And hello to all my Capricorn friends. I would like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for May 2022. Now today they've dialed up for you a four-corner spread. It's a really good spread for general readings because it looks at the four main areas that people usually ask about in tarot, which is your love corner, your financial corner, work corner, and health corner. So we're going to take a brush through all four of those. At the end of your reading, we're going to do a rune stone that's going to kind of encapsulate the entire month of May for my Capricorns, as well as do a spread at the end called Messages from Heaven. It is a rare one that I'm not asked to do very often, but it's a very fascinating one. Apparently there is a deceased male who would like a little communication with one of my Capricorn viewers here, so we're going to see if we can facilitate that communication as well at the end of our reading. So fascinating things lie ahead. Let's get started right now. The cards are already shuffled, and I do that ahead of time to save a bunch of time so we can get right into it right now. So here we go. I'm bringing you in so you can watch. These are my ritual cuts, what I'm about to do. If this record button goes, there we are. This I like to do live and on camera. It's the same procedure for personal private readings. Basically cuts the decks into three different pieces, and then we put them back together in a separate order. Get up there. All right. And that satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. There we go. Do that with both decks here, and they're ready to run. So here we go with the four corners for Capricorn. Up here is work. Big theme there. Over here is love. Still a lot to talk about there. How's my room? Down here is finance. And over here is health. Okay. Check my inverts right quick, see how many blockages we have. Not too many, just one in that corner. I will invert, I will do a discard, I should say, just to make sure that needs to stay that way. And it does not. They want that switched. Everything else is ready to go. Nope. Oracle Angel card here, and then we're ready to go. Okay, I think you should see it all on screen right the way it is. And I believe you can. So let's get started. Let's go, Capricorn. All right. I'm going to start with the health corner. Health corner Capricorn is presenting brand new opportunities here. New money comes in as well. Going to be a much lesser definition just because it's the health corner. You know, if they were talking about new money, like they would have put that in the other corner, right? So this could be a new way to use money toward your health. That could be the connection between the two different themes here of what they're talking about. But we have brand new health coming in, bottom line. So it's a really good time, a good month to start something. If you're trying to do like a new diet, a new exercise program, maybe you're trying to eat a certain way or something like that, anything to improve your health. Maybe you're cutting something out. We're going to talk about all that stuff in the full moon versus new moon cycles in a little bit. And that's going to tie very nicely into your health corner, what you got going on, because we have new lying in potential here for you guys, Capricorn. It looks very, very good. Now we have this is my Six of Cups card. This is an emotional attachment. So this is either children. This is the card that comes up for children a lot for me. So this could be you doing something for your health with your children. Or maybe you are the child and you're doing something for one of your parents' health. Something like that. It's like a generation gap. But the other definition of this card is also nostalgic. So this could be something that you used to do for your health in days past. You know, either in your youth or in memories past. So this is something that you maybe enjoyed. Let me give you an example for me. Like rollerblading would be something for me that I used to do quite a bit. And that would be an example of what is nostalgic coming up in the health corner here, except that I'm not a Capricorn, but you know, we all have flaws, right? So that is pretty much encapsulating the entire health corner here. You know, it's presenting itself very good, but like I said, that nostalgic has an emotional pull to it, so that is something you could probably use to your benefit, and that's what they want to see you do here. So start considering something like that for improving your health. You know, I'm going to go into the moon cycles real quick because I just can't deny how much moon cycle that is, and I don't want to deviate too far away from it or you'll end up forgetting what I said. So moon cycles real quick for May. I like to give you guys the moon cycle forecast every single month. There's also a cheat sheet on my website, scottsagent.com. It's on my videos page. At the bottom there is where it's parked right now. That just gives you a visual tool about what I'm about to describe. Now we have the full moon in May on May 16th, right smack dab middle of the month. Easy to remember. That's the best time to get something out of your life. Excuse me. So let's say that health thing that came up there was getting something out of your life. Like let's say you're cutting out carbs, okay? The middle, since it's something that you're removing, that's very full moon energy. Middle of the month is the best time to do something like that. You could do it at other times of the month if you got a lot of willpower, but if you don't, you really got to go with the moon cycles here of the ebbs and the flows of the energy that already exists all around us. So that's one example of full moon energy in regards to this health corner, but this could be about anything you need to get out of your life. Bad habits, could be people, emotional baggage, any kind of stuff, guys. Maybe you got to just sell something, get rid of it, repurpose something, finish old projects, all that kind of stuff fits very well in the middle of your month. It doesn't have to be on the 16th. Adversely, we have the new moon, May the 30th. And at the beginning of May, we have some new moon energy coming in still from April. So the very, very beginning of May and the very end of May are really good times to bring anything new in, something that wasn't there before. So like starting a new diet. That would be very well placed at the beginning of the month, also the end of the month. Just want to avoid the middle. Now, it doesn't have to be health stuff that you're bringing in that's brand new with the moon cycles. This could be work related. We have a very large work corner to read for you guys momentarily. This could be something financially you're trying to bring in, or also love. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's new, it fits much better beginning or end of May. So that's your moon cycles. Let's get into your love corner right now. I'm going to spend the most time on work because it's just huge. All right, so for love, the first thing they want to talk about, of course, this will not be my entire audience, but for some of my Capricorns, they're showing that your love corner is a bit of an emotional draw right now. A bit of an emotional pull. Some of you are just either grieving or not feeling very good about what something, circumstance, a situation, something like that. I should also tell you your love corner is big. This is not just your relationship partner. If you're in a relationship, this is anything close to your heart can come in your love corner here. So this could be something to do with a close friend, a family member, etc. I've even seen it come up for a pet. Okay, so anything close to your heart can come in here. They want you to basically turn this around. This is a perception-based thing. They want you to look right behind you. They're saying you have gifts right behind you. Don't look at, the bad, and focus on the good. Focus on what's still there. All the, wonderful things, all the wonderful people, all that. They're also letting me know that something feels broken here. And that explains the emotion a little bit more for me. I have the Magician card inverted. It's the universe reminding you that nothing is ever really broken. Of course, stuff may feel like it is. And, maybe it's for the best that, something here is not going to work out a certain way. Sometimes the universe does that to us. But at the end of the day, anything, or nothing, I should say, nothing is broken. So the real kind of dilemma that we have is, well, is it worth fixing? That's perhaps the better question, because anything can be fixed. It just, of course it takes two and et cetera, et cetera. But is it worth getting fixed? That is kind of the altruistic, the deeper underlining tone here. So perhaps maybe it shouldn't. Maybe you'd be better off with this not getting fixed, whatever they're describing. The next thing they show here is probably the advice or the best way to deal with whatever is going on here in the love corner. We have a good social balance with a couple friends, more than likely. Could be family members too, but usually this is like friends going out, having fun, having some drinks, going out to dinner, going to a concert or something relative to that. It's good social balance, good social health. So that is definitely something that I would push for May. It comes in very well for you to do so. And like I said, get this thing turned around, because right behind you it looks so good. Don't focus on the bad stuff, really where we're at there. All right, so let's get over into your finance. We'll do finance first before work. Finance for my Capricorns, I really want you to be a little careful about kind of theft, loss, or deceit, or even like fraud type stuff. Very, very high prevalency for that to occur in May. I don't want to scare you with it. And obviously when this comes up, I'm not just dropping bad news. They're trying to get you to avoid this. So this is a really good thing. I mean, imagine not being warned and just being blindsided by it, So keep a close eye on your accounts. Maybe you should use your debit card a little bit less, your credit card, especially at gas stations, stuff like that, where there's like, scammers and scanners in the little devices there that can get your information and stuff like that. So just kind of be a little precautious, really. Sometimes it's an honest thing too. Maybe you might get double billed for something. It happens all the time. So it's a good time to check your finances, double check, make sure everything is on the up and up, and that there's nobody stealing from you, because maybe, like I said, it's not directly stealing, but of course, maybe there's the harsh side of that too, where there is somebody perhaps purposely trying to steal something from you. And this could be, somebody this could be a complete stranger. We have no idea. So to take precaution, what we do is we lock up our house, we lock up our car, we don't leave valuables out in the open, because if you lose something, let's say you just misplace something, you leave it on a park bench, or you leave a very expensive jacket in a restaurant. Well, at the end of the day, if you lose something, you don't have it. So it's just like somebody stole it from you. So the energy in the cards is exactly the same. That's all that kind of energy we're trying to avoid, guys. So just keep an eye out for anything like that in the month of May. The next thing they show is easy work, easy money. So the money is coming quite well in the month of May. It's got a good flow to it, and there's no kind of hang up in it. It's just kind of on its way through. It just flows. Flow is probably the best word I can describe that with. Easy work, easy money, easy work. Very good. Now, here's your big one as we get into your work corner. Work corner is, the first thing they bring up is temperance, which basically means patience. They're saying you've done a really good job of that. So something in your work corner, work, business, enterprise, area of study, collegiate courses, retirement, if you're of that age, all that stuff, whatever it is for you specifically, there is requiring your patience, and they're saying you've done a really good job of it. But at the same time, May is going to continue to test your patience here. You're going to continue to need to pass the tests because it keeps coming up. Now, there is an action in here, up here in your mind here. We have the Knight of Swords. This is an action of the mental suit. Swords are mental. So action going on up here. So you need to really make up your mind with something going on with work. Not sure what it is for you. Work, business, enterprise, for most people. So let's say, for example, you've been thinking about applying for a promotion, or applying for a different job, or getting a second job or something like that. They're saying action here, at least up here. Doesn't mean you have to go and start, but at least make up your mind what direction, what path you're going to end up going on here in your work corner, because it's a big deal. And we also have the Sun card. That lets me know that it's a really big deal, because the Sun card is the best card in the entire tarot deck. It's that golden overflowing energy everywhere. The pure nostalgic energy of a child comes in there. So it's just, it can be so good, guys. And that's why they're pushing that action. They want you to push that action. They're letting me know also that a lot of you are confused right now. I have the Y card coming in for my Oracle Angel card. And they're letting me know with that a lot of you probably have, at this point, no idea what I'm talking about. You got to remember that this reading is for the entire month of May. So this could very well come in later in the month, and that's why I'm getting Y. Why? Because it's not clear right now. Most people check out my readings at the beginning of May, beginning of every month really. So if this were to happen on May 30th, it would still hold true. So you got to remember that just because it doesn't make sense necessarily to you right now, come back when it does, because that's what they're showing me. They're showing me that this doesn't make sense to a lot of people now, but it will later. And it's likely, if it's later in the month, it's probably after the full moon. Full moon is a pretty big marker there. So 17th through the end of May, likely big deal there for the work corner. But besides the patience thing, and besides them pushing you to take action, everything looks wonderful there. And that's whatever they want you to improve and to level up, basically. Long story short, it looks like a level up to me. It's what it feels like. They don't want you to miss it. They want you to hit that thing. Hit it out of the park. So let me tell you real quick about the newsletter program. The newsletter program is absolutely free. It's on the bottom of my website to sign up for it. You get all kinds of great stuff. I only send one email a month for promo codes. Right now, my newsletter people are all getting free readings, so make sure you're signed up for that so you never miss it again. They're actually beta testing a brand new product that I just dropped. I'll tell you about that momentarily, but sign up for that newsletter so you never miss anything ever again. Bottom of the website, on the homepage, you can't miss it. Just a few little things there. Send it off. It's free. You're good forever. You'll never miss miss anything free. Now, the brand new product we launched is the Chakra and Health Scrub Mini product. It is specific just to you. If you've been following my readings, you've probably seen a chakra scrub or a health scrub in a general reading before. I've done them for quite a while, except this product is personal just to you. There is no Capricorn bubble energy in it. It's just about you, and you get to pick if you're looking at spiritual health or if you're looking at physical health. So definitely worth checking out on the website there. So let's get into your messages from heaven. I did not use that many cards, but I'm still going to reshuffle because the messages from heaven is just one of those spreads that it's so impactful that I don't want to mess anything up. I take it very, very seriously. So I'm going to reshuffle real quick and I will be right back. Okay, Capricorn, I am back. The cards have been reshuffled. Going to do the ritual cuts like always, real quick here. Cut them into thirds, put them back together, and then they're ready to run. Now, before I do the messages from heaven, I do need to do a runestone for you guys. I want to save the messages from heaven for last, so doing your runestone real quick for you. It's going to encapsulate the whole month. I also want to do it before I forget everything I just read there, so we can hit that perfect. Well, this is fun. Here we go. Let me show you this. So this here is the runestone of constraint. That is what this rune represents. And that reminds me of your work corner, which was the big theme of just, the patience. You're going to have to show constraint. Things might be a little tight right now with work. And, it's not going to be like this forever. It's just, a temporary thing, transitory more than likely. But it's just letting you know that things, might be a little tight around here. So you got to go with the flow. You don't want to get too rigid with things, especially that work corner, which was a big theme for you there. So a very interesting runestone, and it tied into your reading quite perfectly. Now on to the messages from heaven. Also wanted to tell you guys too, with the messages from heaven here, we know we're talking to a male. I know that from the pre-tarot work that I did before any of this. And how this works is very interesting because we start with the first card, which represents him, how he comes in. That's that one right there. And then what happens next is his story, if you will. I'm going to do 4 cards. I have all blockages there. I'm going to actually invert just to do a discard, make sure they want it read that way, and they do. So this story is going to be completely blocked with the exception of how he came in. All right, interesting enough. A couple more cards just to describe. Okay, now this is the part where, it's obviously not for everybody. It may just be for one person. It may be for a couple people. It may resonate with a couple. Not sure how Spirit makes this work, but I'm just grateful that they do. So here we go. I'm talking to a deceased male here, or that comes in as a younger male, actually. So somebody who died as a younger male, more than likely. I'm trying to think of other ways that this could be presented. I don't think so. This is... it's hard to pinpoint an age specifically, but I would say from older adolescents, so let's say like 17 through like 25, 26, maybe going up to 30. But younger male for sure is how he presents himself. Very businesslike for such a young man, actually. Let's see what's next. We got social life upside down. We got new freedom. Okay, so... The freedom is obviously he may have been tied down to something here in this world. It makes me feel like he had a condition perhaps, or, I don't think this is somebody who just necessarily died of like a motorcycle accident or something like that. This feels more conditional, tied down to something, or it could even been at the end there. But no, they're saying that this was a choice. This was a risky, slow deal. All right, so this was a choice. This was a choice. I'm kind of talking my way through this because what ends up happening in the messages from heaven is they're talking more about pictorials than they are the definition of the card. So I kind of have to like move around the way that I normally like process and think this here. So this person is missing hanging out with his friends, first of all. That's the first thing he mentioned, hanging out with his buds. He shows the 3 of them. It may have been more than just 3, but that was a big deal for him, hanging out with friends. Got more freedom now, like I said, moving out of the tie-down part, but this was a choice. So I don't know if he's trying to say that it was his choice, like this was pre-written before he came, and that he chose to basically go home or take that path out, or maybe it was even the choice by them saying that this was like a suicidal deal. And that's actually moving through me quite a bit as I say it. So more than likely that is it. We have the Fool card coming in, so he's probably just. I normally don't read the Fool card like saying I'm a fool, but perhaps here that's what's showing up. And they bring up the Slow card, so I don't know if this was. Perhaps he suffered quite a bit here instead of something quick, perhaps, and maybe that's why he's saying it was a foolish deal, partly because of that at least. Now there's also an element of bad luck, so there was something that he was dealing with that was just extremely unfortuitous, and maybe a lot of bad things happened all at once or something like that. He's bringing up legal. So there may be been some like legal dilemmas or legal issues with that, but there's something that he really took great pride in, showing like a trophy case card of some form here, like something that he just really coveted, really loved. And I'm not sure where that is or where it fits because it's just kind of stuck in there in the mix there. But oh man, I almost want another card for that, but I don't know which way I was turned. Hanging on to something for too long, need to let it go. More than likely, there's somebody here, perhaps the one that he's trying to communicate with, is hanging on to something for too long of his and needs to let it go, like a trophy. Okay, so it's something of his that maybe sentimental value that or maybe it's just beyond that and just moving on in general. So this has been a very deep Messages from Heaven. You can see why I want to reshuffle and make sure that that's straight. Messages from Heaven is something I can do in my personal private readings as well on the website, scottsagent.com. So that's going to be the entire reading, guys. I think we've been through all of it now. Thank you so much for joining me. I know that was a lot for a general reading. Thanks for joining. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future videos, and have a great May.